Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back on War Thunder, and I'm just going to be talking about my thoughts on the recent Submarines April Fool's event. So in the background there's going to be some gameplay of the Vanguard Class British nuclear submarine. I will be commentating the gameplay somewhat, although most of this video is going to focus on my thoughts of the event. So first off, one thing I did really enjoy was the guided torpedoes, as you can see here. Flown, or at least guided, in a very similar way to how you fly aircraft, using the mouse aim. So that was quite good. It was relatively easy to get used to. And the speed was very good as well. The one issue I had was they did reduce the range of the torpedoes after the event had been up for about a day. So that did change the gameplay quite a lot. You had to move your actual submarine a lot further into the battlefield than you previously would have. Although the range was still pretty substantial, so you could go majority of the way towards the enemy. Mostly what I would do usually at the beginning of games was use one torpedo to sort of scout out enemy submarines for destroying. And then once I knew where they were and my actual submarine was a bit closer, I would have enough range to actually go and destroy those enemy submarines. Although it looks like there might be one there, so let's go and try and destroy that. Probably won't have enough range. We only have a few thousand feet left, so most likely is going to finish up before that, is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it looks like we actually hit the conning tower of the submarine, and it took it out, so that's good. First kill of the game. Now, some other things I want to talk about in this event is the sound design. It was very nice sound design. The sonar sounds very nice. I generally did like the sounds of the torpedoes and all the various other things, so that was a really nice thing they did. They've clearly put a lot of effort into this event, so that's nice. And the whole sonar mechanic in general, with the little map and all that sort of stuff, very well done. I really did enjoy that. A lot of work seems to have been put into this, which does sort of make me think that this could possibly be a future addition to the game. World War II submarines, that sort of stuff. What I really would like to see is the I-400 Japanese sort of World War II submarine, because that could add a hangar where it could carry float plane, bombers, that sort of stuff. So it'd be really interesting to see that in game and how they might add the feature of having it able to deploy aircraft. Although I'm not saying they will add that or they will add submarines at all, but a lot of effort seems to have been put into this event. So I think it's relatively likely that they will eventually add submarines to the game, and it is definitely something a lot of people have been requesting for quite a while. So here we go, just released a second torpedo. So we can see someone is looking at us with their sonar, so we're going to head over there, see what we can do. Just looking around. One thing I didn't like so much is once you've actually fired your torpedo, you can't actually see what your submarine is doing, so you can crash into stuff and damage your submarine, which is a bit annoying. But what I tend to do is I tend to go full stop unless I can see that the route ahead is very clear and I'm sort of at a level sort of height for the submarine. Not got much range left. Might be able to take out this. Should have enough range. Oh, okay. Looks like he might be just here. So one interesting feature okay, there we go. So that torpedo ran out of range. Although one interesting feature I did notice is that you've got the marker of where an enemy submarine is when it can be tracked, and that's not exactly where they will be. When you get closer, they'll spawn in and they won't exactly be where the marker is. I think this is probably on purpose, just to do with sort of sonar not being extremely accurate. If so, it is a nice little feature. If it's a glitch, then that's obviously not so good. But I think it's probably just a nice little feature about the sonar not being overly accurate. Looks like we've got an enemy submarine here. Where is he? Where is the end? Okay, I might circle back because he's obviously not here. Oh, what's that over there? That's pretty close. Might be able to go hit them. Oh, okay. Down there. So there is something. Ah, there we go. Okay, I think I see him. Okay. Let's try and hit the sort of center point of the submarine. Go up a bit. There we go. There we go. He's taken out. Looked like I knocked out the reactor. So there we go. That's another kill with the Vanguard. So not too bad. Now, one other thing I did like is, well, the models, at least, for the submarines, look to have a lot of detail. Very well done. The cruise door missile the cruise missile doors opening up were very nicely done. Nice little animation. You can also drop those little sort of sort of sonar-y alarm type things that make enemy submarines think you're somewhere different, or they can't sense you. I'm not entirely sure what they do. I think it's most likely that they just can't see where you are, which is a good feature. You have a limit. It's sort of like a smoke screen, really, so that's pretty good. Torpedoes aren't overly maneuverable, so for example here, can't get over that hill, so that's rather annoying. So you can't just hide in like a deep ocean trench all the time. You do have to raise up to actually release the torpedoes, which is pretty good. It means that it's a bit fairer to other people who aren't hiding or super low down. It does give them a clear line sometimes to actually hit you, so it's not super difficult to find enemy submarines, which is good. As you can see, the sonar there again. I really do like that top window. It's nice how you you can have the sort of thermal type look, as well as just the normal grey ocean map. There are actually little green dots for enemy submarines, which is quite a nice little feature. They're off in the distance. Although I believe friendly submarines also have little green dots, so you can't go entirely by that. You do have to look around and see where the friendlies are as well. Okay, what else have we got? So I can't see any enemy submarines at the moment. So I think the general gameplay mechanic's good. Sometimes it's just everyone versus everyone, see which team has everyone dead first. Other times it's capture the zone, fire the cruise missiles, and that makes you win. Of course, if they do have World War II type submarines, there won't be cruise missiles, so that most likely won't be a part of the mission. I think there might be something like there's a load of cargo ships that each team has to destroy. So the first team to destroy the cargo ships could win. Then there'll just be a general all versus all. These could all be features they could add for this sort of thing. So I think it really is a game mode that could work very well in naval forces or as a separate thing. And I really would like to see it. Definitely World War II and into the current time period of tanks. That would be really nice. There we go. Hit right on the front and he's dead. Okay. But yeah, so that's my basic thoughts on submarines, with some gameplay of the Vanguard class nuclear submarine in the background. I do hope they do add this as a game mode in the future. It is very fun. I know the April Fool's event wasn't welcomed with open arms by everyone, although it is very fun and I did enjoy it. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like. Maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be absolutely brilliant. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.